Right. Ronan.
Noel.
How are you now?
Good. Yourself?
Great. Tullamore 2025.
Yeah.
I better ask you the same question I asked Seamus and Jamie earlier. How many Tullamores have you done now?
This is my third one.
Third. Yeah. Because I guess.
Oh, fourth. Sorry.
Fourth.
Yeah, I was at Seamus when first year when he had the caravan, the little caravan.
That's right.
And then with 2 years, 2 years then with Durapak Agri, and then fourth year.
Fourth year. So yeah, we had 2 years where we were supporting Seamus. Then I think last year Creva had just bought Durapak.
Yeah.
For us. So what do you think of the refresh?
Yeah, no, it's nice. Looks cool. It's nice and clean.
Yeah.
In case it rains, it's dry. So
it's dry.
No, it's good. The gear's nice.
Gear's good. I have to jump straight into the story. One of the first times me and you were doing the due diligence on Creva buying Durapak.
Yeah.
We went down and you said there was something about getting a few pieces of rubber and Seamus was able to find you, right?
Oh yeah, from 2007 I think it was.
Yeah.
We Durapak in back then, yeah. So he gave him half an hour and he was able to go back and find the invoice out to my dad.
I think we had a few pieces of rubber going back. There was 1 or 2 pieces to be is all that had to be replaced.
Yeah.
Since 2007.
Yeah. So it's funny the way it comes about. I never even knew what rubber it was until about, I'd say, when I first started working at Creva, I started actually looking at rubber.
I think you're clean it off or something. So you're a long time Durapak customer and now you're selling it.
Yeah. So it's going well.
But come here, before we get into everything else, what I'm very proud of in the team of Creva and Durapak is we're all pretty much involved in farm in some shape or form.
Yeah.
So you have a fair operation now yourself and your dad as well in Roscommon and Athlone, yeah?
Yeah, so we're suckling sheep and then also a dry stock farm up in Athlone. So really enjoy it. Always had a passion for farming. Goes back a couple of 100 years anyway in family tradition, and just between working with my granddad or granduncles and dad over the years, it's nice to keep it going, and it's going well now this year too, so it's nice.
Is that going well this year?
I know. So no, it's
and
good.
how many sucklers will you have?
We've 30 sucklers.
Lovely.
And then we've 120 sheep, and then on the dry stock farm then we keep about 30 bullocks.
30 bullocks.
Yeah.
And are them the 30 bullocks that come from your own? Is that what you do, or do you buy in as well?
No, we buy in. Mostly buy in. We'd sell most our Wainlands. So we've Charlie Cross limousines. So most of them saying as Wainlands for the first year, and then maybe some yearlings, but maybe 1 or 2 might be sold on to the other farm, depending on how young. Maybe the last few if they're a bit smaller or that, but that's the way we work it.
And just to add another layer, you're organic.
Yeah, organic. So we keep our own oats, which is enjoyable enough. So we always have about 8 to 9 acres. So we have our own oats, and we feed that with the sheep and the Wainlands. So there's always a good shine off the Wainlands.
Yeah. In case I forget, Patrick, make sure we have to get headshots of everyone for the webpage, whether in the gear or everyone, So you have the rolled oats, and I always say the story. I think it's Derek Stewart, Father Phil, or farmer. He comes and rolls the oats for you.
Yeah. So every November, so we bring it in, usually winter or spring, depending on the year we sow it. And Derek Stewart comes over. He's a dryer, and we treat it with the popcorn acid as well. So then it's rolled, treated, and then we bag it after.
And you know what? It's an element. Only from chatting with you over the years in the office, it's an element I didn't think of in organic, but that's what you need to do, grow your own organic. And come here, Ronan, are you going to stay at the organic?
At the moment anyway, but I don't know long term, because it is more I think our farm has improved a bit, definitely a more, you have to be grassland management more. Yeah. Because you don't have fertilizer, you can't spray, so we have improved our farm in terms of infrastructure, we've drinkers now, we split the fields, so it has brought on certain things like that. But I think in terms of trying to, you can't really push on too much, your silage takes longer because we spread slurry, you can't get rock phosphorus or that, but to try and push on numbers, we would be understocked.
You'd be understocked?
Yeah. Okay. But and you have to have good land as well for growing grass, like, so that's where it is a challenge that way. But at the moment it's working out fine, but I don't know long term will I stay at it.
Like would because I think currently there's probably little to no difference in price, is there? Organic versus...
There's none at all. Well, our lambs do go, but like we'd sell our weanlings back conventionally, because we don't finish them off, but like, yeah, it's... And then even like I done a project when I done my master's program, I done my thesis on the organic, because like that I done it on the organic market for lambs, and for Board V to differentiate between Irish grass-fed lambs and organic lambs, it's very hard. So, you know, we're already half seen as organic to other countries. So that's where it is hard to find a market for it. Like,
get the differentiation. Like the quality of food in Ireland, our standard food is,
But there is a lot of work behind it, and there is people doing good work in it too, but it's just tricky for the market, like, which I suppose most things are.
And have you any other infrastructure plans for the farm?
Just like that now, we're thinking of maybe putting up maybe another slatted shed or a 4-bay dry shed that we might work between, so we finish calving around Paddy's Day or just before it, and then we start lambing after that. So we kind of switch out one of the sheds where we've cows that calved and bring in the ewes to lamb that way. So we just had another 4-bay shed. It might just take off a bit of pressure.
Nice.
So that's what we're thinking anyway.
So now,
we'll see.
Get into your Creva journey and story. So like, I always ask this question, and then every time you tell me, it always surprises me. How many years are you with Creva now?
I'll be, come January now, it'll be 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
7 years, so fair play. And we've seen a lot of changes. We were in, I think when you joined that day, I think I rang you on a Sunday for the interview on the Monday. What happened there again, or what was that? Yeah,
you're going over to some, I think it was the Willsboro's farm, or some farm in England.
Oh yeah.
And came up that day, and it's been good since, I suppose, anyway.
It has indeed.
Yeah.
And we've since moved from our little office in Athenry to the farm.
Yeah.
And we're planning on building a new office in the farm now as well. But it's been a great journey. Like Ronan, we've brought in a lot of different partners, but I suppose, how do you tell the Creva story in terms of what we do?
Even as a farmer myself, I suppose that's what I do say. What we're always trying to do is, in terms of livestock or comfort, is all about getting premium products out there, but at the best prices possible, I suppose. Value for, direct, and try and help solution-wise that way. That's the way I look at it, and that's why I enjoy it, especially even for Durapak here today. It's like when there is the return investment on it, it's very, very, it's nice to sell products like that. And
you visited there some really nice farms in New York. Was that last year with Veronica from Technic?
Yeah.
Like we do a lot of work there with a big distributor, Seneca Dairy Systems, and I know we have our friends Agriplastics as well in Canada. But God, you saw some incredible trips that road. Incredible farms that road trip.
Yeah, no, it was great. Even that was the 4GS solution, and what they loved about it. And it was a family farm, milking the 1,200 cows, but it was the 2 brothers and a sister involved, and like that 4GS durability, comfort, and they just loved it. Like,
well, I suppose, and for maybe people in Ireland looking in, like, we're all used to putting cows on mats in a cubicle, right? But those bigger farms, they love their sand bedding. They love big piles. And I always say, like, if I'm selling rubber mats 20 years and 40 years in our own farm, sand is the most comfortable for cows. But it is so hard to manage and maintain, and the cost of it. So we have that solution now from Uber where we put a mattress underneath, the top cover is strong enough, and then the farmer can add his own layer of sand, right?
Yeah,
and the Seneca are doing a great job there. But what else have you found interesting over the few years, Ronan? What's kept us busy? Like, you were very integral in the purchase of Durapak, and that was, I suppose, that's been going on the bones of 4 years now.
Yeah, no, what I found is, I suppose, people are people at the end of the day, and whether it's a small company or a big company, it's always interesting. I suppose the new partnerships that we've started with, like, especially, I suppose, from originating yourself, from growing, say, into North America, but like your Senecas are the very same as the O'Donnells or O'Donovans in Ireland or Tullamore, and it's just, I suppose, similar with helping out farmers more, bringing good solutions into the markets, like, which is nice. So we'd have, the way it kind of works between us, working with our partners, either they come to us looking for advice or vice versa, and it's always different. Like, that's why, as a farmer myself, like, you always like to be out and about, and Creva's kind of the same that way. So it's been good. It's been a great journey, especially. That's what I like about how Durapak came on, and it just fitted well in with the B2B business model.
Yeah, and like I suppose what we're trying to do, I know we're wearing the Durapak shirts here today, like, what, I'll be at World Dairy Expo next month and I'll be wearing the Agroplastics shirt, promoting that brand. So like, we're just trying to tell the story of that brand to the farmers, and as you said rightly earlier, get it as direct as possible. Who is your distributor for that brand? Yeah. So that's what we do every day at Creva, right?
Yeah, and the big thing, I suppose, is adding value and creating value.
Yeah.
Even with any key accounts that I've been working with, you can always see you're adding that value, and they like that. They want to look after their customers or farmers, and they'll add that value onto them too. So it's it's because if we can help our distributor salespeople be more like consultants, then what's best for the calf and the cow, And then Ronan, so coming back to, because we're wearing the Durapak shirt here today, come back to Durapak, like, in terms of like all of our selling and interacting, and like you've had a lot to do there, like, it's been relatively straightforward. We've had no comebacks, no issues. No, even that's, I had a farm there, was last week on, or was it this week? So the farm that we have from 2007, or the rubber, that had the square piece, and then even the product is innovated now and it has the round piece on the slot. But there's never been, what I find is really good with the product, I actually love going out selling it, because once to see the piece and how impressive it is, like the quality's in it, the durability's in it, the comfort's in it. It's like a real natural kind of surface for cattle. And any farm gone to showing it, like, it's always worked out very well. Like, so it's never,
the Creva and the Durapak team will be quite busy now, focusing on Durapak, but then come the new year again, it'll be back to kind of more international business again, and being active on that. Favourite tractor, favourite cow? Can be a breed, can be a type, can be a model.
I'd have to say tractor Valtra. So
we've Valtra. Have you Valtra now?
We do,
Okay. Why?
So we were actually originally looking at John Deere, but then just there's Clark Machinery there close to us, and then a good friend of Dad's, he was working for Clark's at the time, and Valtra was, and then it's funny, like, a good neighbour, he's a good Valtra, and it's just in our area it seems fairly popular. And it's like, we've had it since 2016, no issues with it.
Now, you're on too, you'd have it minded to within an inch of its life.
It's like anything.
There's that much muck up in that cab, I'd say, knowing you.
Just look at, but no, it's been great for us, we're not that big of a farm at the same time or that, but for any jobs and putting in, it's a good, I think, it's never had any issues.
And then cow or breed of cow, what's your favourite?
I'd probably, in terms of, definitely, I like Charlie Cross limousine Waylands, like the orange Charlie, like, so we keep Charlie Bull, and then we've, say, limousine kind of cross cows.
Okay.
They'd always have a nice orange Charlie calf shape. That's probably what I'd have a favourite of anyway.
Right, I'll go quickly then into your why, like between, like, so you're farming, you're Creva. I know you're doing your 40 hours in essentially 4 days now in Creva.
Yeah.
You're a busy man between farm and the job. Why? You could have a nice cushy factory job there now someplace, or why are you doing all this?
I suppose I just always had a passion for agriculture. Like, I know some people might think you're half daft if you're working and then you go off farming, but I just find it great. Just have the passion for it. Don't always like to try and make a step forward, like every year try and do a bit more on the farm. So you like seeing things go well. Same with your career, like you always want to do a bit more, and you know, you have to, like say, I played a bit of football for a while, and yeah, you have to
well now in the football.
Yeah, but you have to keep training. Same with training or training yourself, or I don't know. I just like it. I don't mind.
It's been a few years now since I walked your farm at Loan.
Yeah.
That you heard from your uncle. Like I'm looking forward to that again now, because you've done monster work in there.
Yeah,
Actually, that's part of it too, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd see you're working with your dad or brother or neighbours or people. You know, when you, like, we do a lot of fencing, and once you can see the work done, it's you know, it's something to be proud of, and see the land going well. I suppose that's.
And Ronan, if we were to sit here at the Tullamore Show, if we were to sit here at Tullamore Show in 3 years' time and look back, what would be great for your career and your farm, or personally, what are the things you'd like to see? The tough one, I know.
Tough one, yeah. I was never big into them 5-year plans or that kind. You just
You're
keep
change the tractor.
away.
You won't change the tractor.
Might have to for capital allowances. I suppose farm wise, probably it would still be in organics maybe, but definitely to be maybe have just every year, I suppose, keep the standard of the cattle going well, like with better years. So I suppose just keep that going. Maybe have a few more cattle depending.
You might bring me on a stag night sometime.
Yeah, that's have to get married at some stage. Then at the moment, just looking to try and, I suppose, have myself and Mary have our own house. So we're just looking at planning that way. And career-wise, I suppose just keep, like the last 7 years I have been here, personally and career-wise, I have come on a lot. So I suppose just continue that way. Definitely, I think it was exciting for Ireland or any of the brands, I suppose, Durapak, to really get it out there more, and what's nice with the new branding. But same for Creva, like just to really show the good work that has been done. The numbers wise are growing, so I suppose.
And we've actually implemented a lot of technology in Creva recently. I have to say you've been brilliant in that in terms of software.
Yeah.
That's really kind of helped us with expansion too, and maybe help going forward.
Oh yeah, like even simple thing for the inquiry forms that. Like it's just a game changer. Like obviously you'll always have pen and paper, but it is nice that way. So everything is just always taking it one step forward anyway.
And I suppose that leads me into the technology and innovation question, or like let's say in your working career, like what's the biggest sort of technology and innovation you've seen, farm or business? What's the biggest one for you?
Well, Odoo has been great. Say for Creva,
that's our software,
I think innovation, like there's been a lot of great technology, but I suppose since it's just the way I'm thinking, like suckler wise and cattle wise, like definitely the whole genotyping and working, that because it does. I know the stars sometimes don't always work out with certain things, but they are improving, like livestock, and for farmers to be more efficient. But even simple thing like the herd watch, so I got on to herd watch for myself, especially when you're so.
When did you sign up to? Have you always been herd watch?
No, only since the summer. Like I was looking at it for a while, but then just for because you're busy, like everyone does be busy, but just to have everything in one place and
brilliant. I didn't realise
even there, so it's good that way, because even we're looking at our heifers, say heifer calves that there, but just looking at their stars and which ones to keep or not, and you can look at the numbers and be looking at the cattle that way. So I found that great.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of the herd watch too. And go on.
For the cameras, that's been the best technology for calf and lambing. Yeah, the calf and cameras have been definitely.
Well, the Smack Tech boluses have been a game changer, and I'm finding more and more suckler farmers are putting them in, especially the value in stock, But back to the herd watch, sure, you know me how much of a fan I am, and Creva help facilitate the deal between Kingswood and herd watch coming together.
Yeah.
So you're going to see an awful lot of more features, I predict, coming in herd watch, stuff that Kingswood has developed over 30 years.
Right.
So you're going to see that coming out in standard, you know.
Yeah.
And then Ronan, I suppose, being running a great farm and doing an excellent job, what advice would you give to someone looking to come into this international agri sales and run the farm at home? Is there any bit of advice you'd give to anyone thinking of doing the same?
Just have a good diary.
You're great with the diary. You're very detailed. Yeah.
I know, but it's like, I think which is good with Creva. Like, it's just once, like same with Anthony. Once you talk about whether you need planning or, you know, it's well planned in advance. But for me, I think even just seeing, like, whether it's a farm in New York or Scotland, for example, like every farm is the same, just the way it works different. And
cows are cows.
Yeah. And if you have an interest in agriculture, it's great. Like, because as I said, I remember we'd rubber in the shade, it never passed with heat in it, but like there's a massive side to livestock comfort, and ever since then, you know, you can help out farmers a lot more, and it's interesting. Like, in talking farming, you learn something from them, which you can always, from working with Creva, you can always help them out on the comfort side of things, or other products that we've worked with, or customers that we work with. Like, it's all, I suppose, sharing knowledge and gaining knowledge. But yeah, if you're open to learning more, and it's definitely a good way to go.
And able to talk cow and not bull.
Yeah.
Man, Ronan.
Okay.
7 more years together.
Yeah. Yeah. So why did we get into Avrame?
Right. So Creva has signed an agency agreement this year with Avrame, which is timber frame house building in Estonia. I've been following them for about 8 years, and I suppose same as any due diligence we do in Creva, we check out the factory, check out the brand, all of that. And I have found, I don't know what you find, Ronan, but like on my travels, one of the biggest challenges in agriculture in Ireland right now is labour. And you can't get the labour because one, maybe somebody can come from overseas, but you have no place for them to stay and live.
Yeah.
Or maybe a son or a daughter wants to stay at home, but again, can't maybe afford to build another house.
Yeah.
So I think, and aligned with Avrame's strategy, is that in the Irish market we want to focus on rural and farmers, and like try and help solve this crazy issue, you know.
Yeah.
And then I suppose the big part of the international side of Creva is we are kind of an agent, and what is an agent? A self-employed salesperson. Like we consult and we find the right distribution partners, and with Avrame as well, we're acting as the facilitator for that deal.
Yeah.
And that will be a drop ship. We buy a second-hand container, we drop ship it directly to the site, and almost like IKEA, then they'll open the doors and assemble it. We've great personnel as well. We've got our own assembly team now as well, and then I suppose the other big play is in our international business, and we're dealing in the Middle East and Africa and the growing markets, and we've tenders out in Algerian projects and all that. Is they're really stuck for accommodation as well.
Yeah.
And they want to be able to do a kit and set up, and it's really hard to see that, like, it's got just so expensive to build now in Ireland, and if to deprive a young person of the opportunity to even say take over the family farm.
Yeah, take the next step in their life. They're just, it's always paused to it.
And they can't do it.
Yeah.
And like if we could just get people thinking along the line, you don't need the fancy, big, crazy 3,000 square foot house. Get yourself an A-rated, A-frame, simple, something similar to a 2-bedroom apartment type building. And then maybe later on, as the family dynamic changes, maybe as I've seen happen in other customers for the Avrame, is maybe the parents move out to the A-frame, and the kids move into the big house, and then it's a win-win, So we'll see how it goes. So we have 2 projects to do on Creva Farm. Yeah. So our new office is going to be Avrame, and then we also have the unit that we're going to show in at the Plough Match this year, and we'll put that in as kind of a little 1-bedroom apartment as well.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have a lot of interest anyway.
Yeah. See, we always have to try something new every 2 years,
Yeah.
So,
mix it up a bit.
So I suppose, Ronan, that leads on, I suppose, and just even chat a little bit about Urban. We took on Urban because Urban were an agroplastics distributor in Germany. They were stuck with Folac. And I mean, there's no doubt this is a great product.
Oh yeah, like any farms. I've been on a good lot of farms, and even recently heard about a farmer over in the UK that just wants the product. And yeah, no, it's definitely, like, I think any farmer that has a good neighbour that has it,
it's great. But for us, we were filling a gap and supporting Urban, and I think it helped the win-win deal between O'Donovan Engineering now and Urban. So now they have the distributorship, and we're going to support them the best we can. But what I like about the O'Donovan Urban partnership is O'Donovan can supply all the metalwork and the calf penning, and they will probably even make and manufacture more of those to complement it with the Urban, and then aim it to distribute to UK and Ireland. I think it'll be. And Ronan, you've been so supportive on the Urban project, but also even on the handover to O'Donovan. Are you confident how that'll go?
Oh yeah, I think it's a great partnership together, because the way calf welfare is at the moment in Ireland, that's where the new, the days of big expansion have calmed down, and now it's all about looking after the calves and getting them that bit between, when you have O'Donovan's calf specialist for calf shed design with your Urban feeder, sure, it'll work well.
And I love the shuttle myself on our own farm, and so for the foreseeable future on our farm it'll be agroplastics hutches and the shuttle, but yeah, it's great. But we wish Urban and O'Donovan all the best on that.
Yeah.